And most of these people are unaware of the detrimental effects it could have on them emotionally, physically, and psychologically if not done professionally. Despite the precautionary measures that have been put in place, people are still risking, their lives just so they can look a bit more sexier, rounder, fuller, and, feel more confident as well. And so we're asking that with all the death scares, with all the complications that come with some of these procedures, and in actual fact, with everyone seeming to complain about this particular topic, should it be considered as a savior or as a killer? And that's what we're discussing on today's edition of the Late Afternoon Show. We're live on GH1 TV and on DSTV channel 361, as well as streaming live on Facebook as well. And today we have a professional who will give us some advice on it. And he's a cosmetic surgeon who's been practicing for about 10 years. But he's not the only one. He came with one of his patients or clients, if I should say, as well as a relationship coach. Now, this man in particular is on the fence when it comes to this topic. We're yet to find out if he's for or against the motion, and so we'll establish that in the course of the show. But special thanks to all our sponsors for making this show a possibility: Electroland Ghana, and also, of course, Onga Tablets, Onga Mama's Helping Hand, and our furniture is provided by Lifestyle Gallery. When I come back, we'll get into the conversation. Let's inspire you just a little bit. This is the Late Afternoon Show.
Today on BU, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. Walt Disney.
Keep laughing as much as you can. Now, tomorrow, something major is happening in the entertainment circles, and that is Ghana Meets Niger. If you're wondering how you can get tickets or which artists are actually coming, well, let us know. And so we'll give you all those updates right now on Around the World.
Today on Around the World, Ghana's rap maestro Saviour has made it to the Forbes Africa Top 30 Under 30 Creatives. The list names the Glory Act as one of Africa's most promising young change makers. It also includes South African rappers Cassper Nyovest and Nasty C, Nigerian artists Davido, Wizkid, and others. Saviour is the only Ghanaian who made it to the list. Moving on, hip-hop artist Kwasi A says his Black Entertainment Television nomination has united the Ghanaian music industry. Speaking in an interview, Kwasi A said he was humbled by the massive support and love he received from the music industry. He highlighted the unity his nomination has brought to the industry, despite the talks by some persons that Ghanaian artists don't support each other and there's no unity amongst persons in their space. Kate Brosnahan Spade, who created an iconic accessible handbag line that bridged Main Street and high-end fashion, hanged herself on Tuesday at her Manhattan apartment, according to New York Police Department sources. Her devastated sister Rita Sappho revealed Spade had been suffering from a mental illness for the last 3 or 4 years, and her suicide was not unexpected. She said family members had tried to help the mom of one get help, but she was concerned that seeking treatment might harm the image of the happy-go-lucky Kate Spade brand. A Brazilian model, Patrick Marcelino, whose pictures were released and splashed on social media as being that of the internationally acclaimed controversial investigative journalist Anas Arimia Anas, says his career is now being threatened. Marcelino, also a musician and cinematographer, in an interview said that he's on the verge of losing some endorsement deals due to claims that he is Anas, whose latest work, Number 12, has revealed deep-seated corruption in Ghana's football. He stated, however, that he's never been to Ghana. Finally, more acts have joined the list of performers for Saturday's Ghana Meets Niger concert at the Fantasy Dome Trade Fair, La. Nigeria's Dice Ales of Otedola fame, Curl Songs, Sister Ifya, Obibini, D Black's Bam Family, Nanaya, plus a dozen others lead the pack of supporting acts for the 8th edition of the event. The main performing artists from Ghana include dancehall act Stonebwoy, King Promise, Kwame Eugene, Kiddy, Fancy Gadam, Patapa, and Ponobio, who are known for their show-stopping performances. Representing Nigeria are Wizkid, Mayokun, and Mr. Easy. That's it for Around the World.
It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna make most of it. It's a beautiful day, a day to share with you. You make my world go round. Yeah, yeah. It's really got me saying, nice girl. Brings home happiness. Brings home happiness.
Experience the wide range of top quality and affordable electronics, phones, tablets, home and office appliances from NASCO. NASCO, bring home happiness.
The enemies have taken the city captive. So, the forces have to be tactical and move steadily. It's been a tiring battle behind enemy lines. The squadron leader Stoneboy signals his commandos Yapuno, Kitty, Kwame Eugene, Fancy Gada, Patapa, and King Promise to move steadily because landmines have been detected. The battle is heated on the other side. Captain Whisket signals his comrades, Mayor Kun and Mr. Easy, to take refuge at their base, the Tang Palace Hotel. Both forces now join hands and invade enemy lines. They infiltrate their defenses and rescue music. All this amidst bomb blasts and a few casualties. The rescue helicopter arrives from the base. The forces have 10 seconds to evacuate the city before the bomb goes off. Ghana meets Niger 2018. Ticket selling at Star FM and Live FM for 120 Ghana City regular, 200 Ghana City VIP, and 300 Ghana City VVIP with free cocktails on the night. For platinum tickets, which comes with unlimited drinks, table seating, and other experiences for the night, call 050-564-6657. You can also conveniently purchase your ticket wherever you are via the FlexiPay app. Just download the app on your Android or iOS and buy a ticket at a discounted price. Main sponsors: Storm Energy Drink, Alomo Gold, Allied Oil, Fix Console, Sumoko Ghana Limited, NASCO, Taxify, Labadi Beach Hotel, Kirusa, and Graphic Showbiz. Official media partners: the EIB Network, Aftown Music, and YFM. This event is powered by Empire and brought to you by FlexiPay.
You're welcome back. It's still the late afternoon show. We're live on GH1 TV and again streaming live on Facebook and also on DSTV channel 361. And today we're talking cosmetic surgery and whether it is a savior or a killer. By the way, my name is Berla Mundi and I'm joined by Dr. Kwasi Debra, who is a cosmetic surgeon, has been practicing for the past 10 years. Also, I have here author, relationship coach, PG Sebastian. And finally, I have Tamira, who's an entrepreneur. Now, just about a week ago or two, we heard of the sad passing of a deputy CEO of CIPS. Apparently, she underwent liposuction and unfortunately could not make it. And it's really sad as it stands now. Investigations are being carried out to find out who really is guilty and what led to her death. And that is what has led us to discuss this topic, especially because we have a cosmetic surgeon in town. Because a lot of people are scared now and they're asking, why should I even bother to undergo this procedure if there's no likelihood that I will make it out alive? So he's here with his client who underwent liposuction as well. Thank you so much for joining us, by the way. And you're welcome to Ghana,
Thank you.
Mr. Kwasi, Dr. Kwasi Debra. You've been practicing for 10 years.
Oh, no, practicing?
Yeah?
No.
For about how long?
I got out of medical school in 84.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't even born then. Wow. Okay. So,
and then I went to the US in 87.
Okay.
And I did my residency, internal medicine and OBGYN, and then started practicing out there, in 94.
Okay, let's take it back. OBGYN.
Yes.
What is that to people who are new to the
Obstetrics and
medical?
gynecology. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Obstetrics and gynecology. I did internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, and then I, when I completed, I went out and practiced, set up my own practice in obstetrics and gynecology. And I did that for about 15 years.
15 years?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I added cosmetic surgery.
That was about 10 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what you've been doing for 10 years?
That's right.
Why that interest in cosmetic surgery?
Well, actually, my patients got me excited about it because when I did tummy tucks on them, when I did hysterectomies on them,
okay,
they wanted their abdomen tightened.
Oh.
And so I got interested and then went and learned the procedure to be able to perform on my patients.
How long should you study this procedure for before you can qualify as a professional cosmetic surgeon?
Right. Well, cosmetic surgery, and let me explain. Cosmetic surgery, unlike other disciplines in medicine, did not used to have defined formal training.
Okay.
So you could do internal medicine, you could do dermatology, you could do obstetrics and gynecology, you could do general surgery, plastic surgery, you could do, all those things are defined. Cosmetic surgery was an offshoot that was pushed by industry because they came up with new techniques, new equipment that needed to be used on people. So they'll bring in experienced physicians and train them, take them through training, and by virtue of that, taught them how to use those machines on patients safely.
So the training can be done in 2 weeks? Is that possible?
No.
Okay, I asked this especially because I did an interview with a cosmetic surgeon actually, some months ago, and he says he underwent 2 weeks of training. So I wanted to be sure. You're looking at me shocked, right? Do you have anything to say?
Let me explain further. The courses, when, for instance, when a company makes a machine to do liposuction, or let's say the easier ones, cool sculpting.
What's that?
Okay, cool sculpting.
Do you know what that is? Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Cool sculpting is a machine made by a company now who owns it called Allergan. Okay, and basically what it does is that when you apply it to your some part of your body, it will freeze the ice. Okay, it will freeze the fat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you freeze the fat into ice, and as a result kills the fat cells, you have to do it multiple times, and then it reduces the amount of fat under your skin.
Okay.
So that's just one example. So when they came up with that machine, then they would bring doctors who are interested and train them. Okay. So you can go for the training for like 1 week. Second thing, for liposuction, if you want to do liposuction, the person who really invented liposuction is a dermatologist.
Okay.
Jeffrey Klein. So he came up with what they call the tumescent technique. Tumescent means that they inject water or mix special solution into the fat, and it will blow it up. Okay, it will fill it up, and once it fills it up, it gets into the nerve endings and causes numbness in the area where you're going to perform the procedure. And then, because of his experience in dermatology, he has studied all of this and came up with the whole concept. So now you can do liposuction with the person awake, but you now have numbed certain areas where you're going to take out the fat.
Okay.
So he would organize a course for people to attend for 1 week or 2 weeks. But after that, you need to go and work under somebody who's been doing this for a while.
Okay, before
to gain experience. Before you can touch a patient.
Okay. Okay, that has been cleared. Thank you very much, Dr. Kwasi Debra.
But let me update you. Currently, they offer fellowship programs in cosmetic surgery in America.
Okay.
So if you have, and you cannot just come off the street and start doing it. You have to have a license to practice in America.
Okay.
And then you apply for that program. And it's some are 1 year, some are 2 year fellowship programs that you go in and you work with different physicians in different specialties.
Okay.
To be able to become proficient. By the time you finish, they certify you.
And then you become a professional.
Exactly.
Okay, let me come to Tamira, because you are a doctor's patient.
Yes,
or client, I like to say that better. And you underwent liposuction?
Yes, I did.
At what point? How many years ago?
Wow, I think 10 months ago, last year, August.
Why did you decide to undergo liposuction?
That's a question I get all the time.
Okay.
My experience was, I've always been like a tall woman, young lady. One problem that I always faced, I had hip dips. I don't know if you know what hip dips are, like when your hips dent in.
Yeah.
And even though I always had like a nice figure, in clothes, I just looked like a square.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always been confident. I've always loved my body, but I just wasn't satisfied. I wanted to try something.
Okay.
And I did my research. I didn't just get up and think that's the problem a lot of people have in Ghana.
They don't research.
They don't research.
What kind of research did you do?
Okay, I went on the internet. I know friends who've traveled outside of the country. When you're going to do plastic surgery, it's not about checking which doctors are in your country, because I didn't find Dr. Debra in Ghana. I found him in America.
So that's where you did it?
No, I did it here in Ghana.
Okay.
But I didn't find him here.
Okay.
I didn't research which doctors are in Ghana, and then I went there. No, I did extensive surgery, like doctors who could understand the African woman's body, because I think it's true that the different, like, women in Africa, like African women, like the body is different from other ethnicities.
It is.
You have to choose a doctor that is experienced with your race, and based on experience, based on your relationship with your doctor, then you can make a good decision. You have to pick a doctor that is right for you. Yeah, you can't just pick a doctor because they're cheaper or their proximity is more convenient for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the reasons why you chose Dr. Debra. Did someone introduce you to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a friend who actually, she found him but was unsure.
Okay.
I went and did my surgery and she was like, okay, no, I'm doing this. And
were you not scared?
No.
At all?
No.
You hadn't seen all those videos of, butt implants gone wrong, looking like, those cement in their butts and all that?
Yeah, no, I definitely was given the option of having an implant, but one thing I didn't want to do was to have something foreign inside my body, because you never know what's going to happen in 2 years. You never know which ride you're going to be sitting on, and then poof,
and
you're
then
done.
It just explodes.
There you go.
And that's it.
But the thing is that this isn't my first experience with surgery.
It is not?
No, it's not. Not in a cosmetic way, in a medical way.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with leukemia when I was younger.
Oh my God.
So I went through 4 years of chemotherapy. Yeah. So I was always going under anesthesia and all of that stuff. I'm used to being in a hospital. I'm used to anesthesia. I've been doing this since I was young. So the hospital is like a second home to me. Okay. Definitely.
So then that's why you have the confidence.
Definitely.
Let me bring PG in, because you're listening to both of them and her story. I didn't know we're going to divert into, her being diagnosed with leukemia. Right. And that's what a lot of people say. You never know what people are experiencing, and so you don't judge them when they make certain decisions. In this case, I mean, it could have been that what she experienced as a child is probably what made her feel maybe inadequate, if I can say, in terms of your looks at a point in time, and that's why you decided to go. You are more like a relationship coach, so side by side you could be like a psychologist once in a while. Sort of. I'm sure you've had interactions with people about this particular topic. What do they usually say? What leads them to want to do this?
I think the underlying thing, the crux of the matter for most of these people has to do with the confident bits. Okay. You understand? I mean, it was something that she said. She said that she was confident. She was okay with the body, but there was something that she felt was amiss. Like she wanted more. For some people, it's not even the confidence being there and then wanting more. For some people, there isn't any confidence. You understand? So, whereas for me, from different levels, I may not encourage it to somebody. When somebody comes to you and then you talk to them and then you get to find out that they are depressed or they have very low self-esteem. And low self-esteem has a very funny way of affecting everything around you. It just has a way of polluting everything. If you have low self-esteem, it affects your relationship with people. You're always wanting people to approve of you, people to say things to you, people to make certain comment to you. So you're dressed, you're looking all good, but until somebody says it, you know, you don't feel it. And so,
just add in, like, from a woman's perspective, there's nothing worse than a woman that's not happy. A woman that's not happy is gonna ruin everything around her. Everything around them. And if God has given people the ability to have the intellect, the discipline, the time and the opportunity to be able to like dedicate themselves to medicine, because I feel like it's my belief that medicine is one of the most instrumental fields of modern human existence. Nobody can get up. I don't care how intelligent you think you are. Go into medical school. My ex is a doctor. Go to medical school and you might quit after 6 months. It's not easy. The dedication, the mental strength it takes for somebody to go through medical school, go through cosmetic school, it's insane. So if you have the strength to make the decision within yourself as a woman and know that this is the one reason why you're not spreading or living up to your full potential, I don't think you need to base your decision on what 20 million other people are going to say, because people are always going to say something.
They will talk. But then are we not, you know, making young people think that the body we have, the body we came into the world with, is not exactly the best? And so since you have the option of altering it, you might as well just go ahead and do it, because it's going to make you look more beautiful. It's going to make you feel much better. Should we not be worried about that?
I think we should, but I think that it is not somebody making somebody think that way.
You don't think so? I mean, everybody is,
yes,
almost
but if everybody is getting it, then it's everybody who is creating that impression. So I don't think that it is putting undue pressure on other people. I think it's a personal choice.
Okay. I think
people are making personal
I think a statement like that can be very reckless, because you're dismissive of other people's like personality. Some people are born naturally vain. Some people are born naturally reserved. Some people are born with a mentality of a higher purpose in life. To make a statement that people who get cosmetic surgery are giving out an impression that their body is not good enough is a very negligent statement to make.
No, that's not the statement I made. So what I'm saying is that now a lot of these people go out there, do the surgery or undergo surgery and come back looking fuller, curvy and all that. So then automatically it works on the minds of other people who are not comfortable in their own skin, because they feel like, oh well, maybe this is the new definition of beauty, and so I might as well go ahead and get it done, because otherwise I won't be as pretty as Amma, who has undergone liposuction. I won't be as curvy as Ifwa. You get me?
Bella, that's an individual problem, because it depends on what that person sees as a role model or sees. It depends what the person views and allows that to be like in relation to them. A lot of people that I look up to are not into curvy women. A lot of the celebrities that I aspire to become don't look at curvy women and think that that's the standard of beauty. One of my biggest role models is Michelle Obama, and she would never sit anywhere and say that for you to be a strong woman that can effect change in your society, you need to have big bum and tiny waist. Never.
At what age did she become your role model?
Since I was 16, I think 16. 17, yeah.
Okay, let me come back to doctor and find out, because when people come to you, what are the reasons? They probably say, oh, you did it for Amma and I saw it and I liked it, so I want to do it too because I'm not comfortable in my own skin. Don't they say that?
Well, that's usually not how people present. And, you know, I just wanted to clear the air a little bit, because maybe is it your choice that it's just young women who are doing it?
It's not.
But
no, it's not. It's everyone.
Okay, all right.
Literally.
So honestly, my youngest patient is 12 years old.
She underwent liposuction?
Right. And my oldest patient 70 years old.
Okay.
All right. So I have a whole range of patients. So and just based on that experience, I mean, the youngest one had liposuction because the parents brought her in and said, look, she's having difficulty walking. She's so fat. Her thighs are rubbing against each other. She can't move around. She's going to school, and she has a low self-esteem. So can you help?
Okay.
First thing I did was go and see the endocrinologist. I have a friend, I have a colleague who's an endocrinologist. I said, go and see an endocrinologist and let him work you up, make sure there's no contraindications for me to do the procedure. Because like I was talking to you earlier on, when you look at cosmetic surgery, the patient is the first risk. The physicians are the second risk.
What makes the patient the first one?
Because the patient's medical problems, if you don't attack them and address them, you can cause harm. In medicine, they say, do no harm. Hippocratic, that's what they say, do no harm. So if someone comes to you, you can't do anything, don't even touch her, or him or her, let her go. To somebody else. So they come in and you make sure that whatever medical problem that they have is not going to conflict with the cosmetic surgery that you're going to do, because cosmetic surgery is enhancing beauty. That's all we're trying to do. Or we're not fixing anything, we're just enhancing beauty. So if the person is sick, they don't need to enhance their beauty and get into trouble because they want cosmetic surgery. So this patient needed to be seen by endocrinologists. Make sure that there's no problem. She's stable. She doesn't have diabetes at that age. That she doesn't have any problem. So then I had a conference with the parents and the patient, and then we brought in the anesthesiologist. Because that's the second person who that patient has to be put to sleep. And all we were trying to do is to perform a cosmetic procedure that will allow her to be able to walk comfortably and not always having areas rubbing
against each other. Yes.
So that is essentially what we're trying to do. So at the end of the day, we were able to achieve that objective for her. And that is the immediate plan. The long-term plan is for her to lose weight. And she was already working on losing weight.
So it doesn't make you lazy? Because if you think that, well, I might as well eat anything I want, gain the fat somewhere, and go see Dr. Debra, and he can take out the fat and probably transfer them to another part of my body. I might as well just do that and not even bother about gymming.
That is true. And one of the things I tell patients when they come for liposuction, I tell them that be careful. This is not a weight loss procedure.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
So that means you gain the weight back.
No.
Okay. Explain.
Okay. All right.
Explain.
Now, if some people looking at themselves in the mirror, they see an image of them being fat, their arms, their legs, their body, and I tell them that, look, you come for cosmetic surgery, all we're going to do is to get you a shape that looks pleasing. We take from your midsection, maybe from your arms, inner thighs. That's about it. And if you're already obese or fat, you're still going to be fat, but you have a curvy fat body. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not a weight loss. So once we're all on the same page as to what we're trying to achieve, then I can have a happy patient.
PG, let me bring you in. So I noticed you're married.
Yes.
If your wife came and said, babes, I'm not feeling my hips anymore, Charlie, I want to do something. Dr. Debra is in town. I want to go see him so he fixes me up. Would you agree for her to do it?
Well, I think that my understanding of marriage, primarily, is that the two of us become one. And that the two of us look at life through the same lens. So the first thing is that we both need to agree whether it's a problem. Because if that is how you feel, maybe I don't feel that way. I don't see you that way. And maybe for you, I have not assessed you to a point where I feel it's becoming a depressing thing for you. Probably you've just caught this hype and you just want to be a part of it and everything.
Exactly.
We can talk about it and then decide that, nah, you know what.
What if she insists?
No, but
I still want to go ahead with it.
Take her phone away, cancel her Instagram account.
You know, we can still talk about it and go through whatever. I think that should be the final decision or the last option, because like I'm saying, you are not depressed, it's not affecting your work, it's not affecting you in any way. You just want to get that body shape. So we get first talk about it. If I think that ultimately I'm not winning,
then
I may have to let her do it.
Would you be worried about the health implications?
There are health implications, but then again, there are health implications to everything. From drinking Coca-Cola to drinking even ordinary water, there is health implication, everything. So the only thing is that one is probably more aggravated than the other. But I know that if it is done well and done under proper supervision, people are safe. It's probably when you keep doing it. But what I read around is when you do it multiple times, probably at a localized place, that is when it may. But I think that generally, from what I know, generally, it is not a life-threatening thing, though it is a possibility. Like there are so many possibilities under different scenarios, yes.
All right. Well, we're still talking here on the late afternoon show, and it's all about whether cosmetic surgery is a savior or a killer. And I like what PJ said, that it's when you keep doing it all the time, continuously, that's when it could pose a problem. From what I've heard, you can't just do it once and not go back. You have to keep doing it. So we'll ask Dr. Kwasi Debra more about that, and also what makes it dangerous. So if you have any questions, you can send it to us right now at GH1 TV on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's the Late Afternoon Show. We'll be right back.
It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna make most of it. It's a beautiful day, a day to share with you. You make my world go round. Yeah, yeah. It's really got me saying, nice girl.
Experience the wide range of top quality and affordable electronics, phones, tablets, home and office appliances from NASCO. NASCO, bring home happiness.
The enemies have taken the city captive. So, the forces have to be tactical and move steadily. It's been a tiring battle behind enemy lines. The squadron leader Stoneboy signals his commandos Yapuno, Kitty, Kwame Eugene, Fancy Gada, Patapa, and King Promise to move steadily because landmines have been detected. The battle is heated on the other side. Captain Whiskey signals his comrades, Mayor Kun and Mr. Easy, to take refuge at their base, the Tang Palace Hotel. Both forces now join hands and invade enemy lines. They infiltrate their defenses and rescue music. All this amidst bomb blasts and a few casualties. The rescue helicopter arrives from the base. The forces have 10 seconds to evacuate the city before the bomb goes off. Ghana meets Niger 2018. Ticket selling at Star FM and Live FM for 120 Ghana City regular, 200 Ghana City VIP, and 300 Ghana City VVIP with free cocktails on the night. For platinum tickets, which comes with unlimited drinks, table seating, and other experiences for the night, call 050-564-6657. You can also conveniently purchase your ticket wherever you are via the FlexiPay app. Just download the app on your Android or iOS and buy a ticket at a discounted price. Main sponsors: Storm Energy Drink, Alomo Gold, Allied Oil, Fixed Console, Sumoko Ghana Limited, NASCO, Taxify, Labadi Beach Hotel, Kirusa, and Graphic Showbiz. Official media partners: the EIB Network, Aftown Music, and YFM. This event is powered by Empire and brought to you by FlexiPay.
We're back. All right, you're welcome back. Just having a conversation off air about the same topic as well. If you just tune in, we're talking cosmetic surgery and whether we should encourage people to go ahead with it or whether we should tell them maybe, you know. But of course, we have a doctor here, a cosmetic surgeon, by the way, Dr. Kwasi Debra, and he's been in the business for a very long time now, and so he's well vested in this particular topic, and that's why we brought him on, so he can give you some advice as well. PG Sebastian is a relationship coach and author, and he says, well, if his wife decides to come to get a liposuction, if that's the only way to make her happy, then maybe you would consider it. And we have Tamira. She's an entrepreneur and also has undergone liposuction. And Tamira, we haven't seen your figure.
Look,
can we?
This is not my figure. I've been stuffing my face for the past 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
So
to get it done again. So. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
but can we still see? Please, please. Okay, so your waist is a size.
It's a 30 now, I think.
Okay.
But it was like a 27, 28 before.
Okay, and your
my
hips?
hips is a 50, 51. But it's gonna get bigger. So.
Huh? Wait, have a seat and let's talk. You want it to get bigger?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can't help myself.
How big? What size are we
Maybe it
looking
might
at?
go up like to 52, 53. I'm not sure.
But you're fine like this. Why do you want to increase it?
Because the first time I got my surgery, it looked good. It looked amazing.
Okay.
But I just wasn't satisfied, and I was just.
Did you not agree on what sizes you were going for and all that?
We did,
Okay.
but I think my expectations were just too high. And one thing about liposuction is that, like a Brazilian butt lift, is that most people will get it right the first time. But I'm like a big person. I'm 5'7", 175 pounds. You know, what's gonna take for me to reach my goal would be different to somebody who's 5'5" and 140 pounds.
Okay.
So most of the time, people around my features, like my feature demographic, would probably have to go a second time to get it absolutely perfect.
Doc, please come in here because I'm worried.
No, don't get worried.
I'm very worried because I mean, when she stood at PG, she looks perfect, doesn't she? The whole idea is to get the curves.
Exactly.
And I think, yeah, you have the
curves,
curves. So for her to say, I want to go back and get it more perfect, this is where the addiction sets in. Are you addicted, by the way?
Exactly.
I'm not addicted, but maybe I'm on my way there.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well,
You see how PG is looking at you? Everything is in his head. Say it. And Doc, say it.
you know, what it is that there's a certain expectation of patients, and when they come in for consultation and we're going for surgery, we discuss possibilities, you know, and when you're doing fat transfer,
Yeah.
which is we take the fat and we clean it up and transfer it to the buttocks. That's what they call the Brazilian butt lift.
You clean the fat up. How do you do that?
Yeah.
So you get rid of the toxic.
So
By the way, quickly, let me just warn viewers. We're going to put some images on air, so viewers' discretion is advised.
So we do the liposuction, and I have a closed system called the red head. That's the name. It's made in Miami, Florida, and that's the system that I use here. And one day, if you like, you come in, I'll show you how it is. Just so you know, when you talk to people.
I'd love to watch a procedure
certainly.
to see how it.
So as we pull the fat out, it goes into a system, and we put solution in there to clean the fat, to wash the fat as it comes in, because it's mixed with solution that we use to numb the area, and it's mixed with a little bit of blood.
Okay.
So it washes the whole system, the fat, and because the fat is lighter than water, it moves to the top. So when we're done, we open the bottom of the container and we drain out all the liquid, which is blood stain and water and all that, and the fat is retained in there.
Okay.
We mix antibiotics into the fat to prevent infections.
Oh.
And then we draw up the fat, and I have already marked the patient where I'm going to put the fat. And then I have someone standing who is counting how many units I put on one side versus the other side.
Okay.
So it has to be calculated right
to get
to where it needs to be, with maybe 10 cc difference between the two areas. And sometimes human body, one area may have more dense than the other. Okay. So before we go, we mark those areas such that when we're transferring the fat, we try to even it out.
So if you calculate all these things, then I'm guessing that you get it right all the time. And so why would they want to come back?
Well, we get it right not based on how much fat we have. What we have is what we have. So if the person hasn't gained all the weight where all the fat we need is what we need to use, then we can only get to a certain level. We can create a narrow waist because we take the fat out.
Okay.
We can smooth the areas because we're taking fat away. But if it comes to fat transfer, then we're only limited by the amount of fat
that you have.
And human beings are different. All fat is not the same. I mean, that's just a general statement, because when patients come to me and I do a pinch test and I determine how many centimeters is between my fingers, then I'm able to say maybe 3 inches of fat or 4 inches of fat or whatever. And I'm estimating how much fat I'm going to be able to harvest. But when I go in, there's some fat that's really dense. There's some people, you're trying to pull fat, it's like pulling teeth.
It doesn't come out.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So everybody is different. When you've done this job for a while, you begin to appreciate nature.
Okay.
That, it's not everything we see that's really what it is, So we pull the fat and we use the fat that we can get. Unfortunately, she cannot give you her fat, or you cannot give her.
Oh, you can't give someone.
No.
Because I was hoping they could donate. If you have too much and maybe you don't want to transfer it, I can come to you, you take it out, and someone else comes.
No, you can't do that.
My producer says I should come for his. She's been trying to lose for a while. Okay, yes. But I mean, going back to the conversation. Yes. Now, how many times is enough?
For one area, in terms of fat transfer, typically, I wouldn't do more than twice on a person.
But there are people who do 3-4 times.
Well, I'm not the one doing them.
Okay.
I wouldn't do more than twice on the area. You see, because...
Why?
I'll tell you what. When you take out fat from any area, you cause scar tissue. So when you're going back in, you have to have enough experience that you don't run into the wrong plane.
The person could die?
Well, you can cause trouble.
What kind of trouble?
No, you can pierce an area. You see, because you're using a tube that's maybe smaller than about half my fingers width.
Yeah.
And then you need to guide the tip so that it stays in the right plane. But people without experience, when they hit scar tissue and they don't know where they're going, if they come up, they come through the skin, it's not a major problem, you can fix it.
Okay.
But if it goes up, it goes through the fascia, through muscle, and into the intestines. Then that's where they can have problems. There are people who have had these done where they actually entered the intestines. And they did not diagnose it at the time, and the person got infected, and they took them to hospital in intensive care and did surgery.
Wow. So, even that can lead to death.
If you don't get the right, you see, the important thing is diagnosis, early diagnosis.
Okay.
If somebody I know just goes in, then they call me, they say, look, I think I have gone into, I've had perforation. First, I'll say, look, call the ambulance, take the person to the hospital, and get them to get the trauma or the abdominal surgeon ready so that they can attend to that person, because they have to open up and drain whatever and fix the intestine, make sure that the infection is clear. You know, but that is one of the complications or the risks that can happen for people who've had it more than twice.
Okay, so two times is enough.
Two times is enough.
Don't go anymore. So,
as far as I'm concerned.
If she comes to you the third time, you won't do it?
No.
No.
Not for any money, no.
Okay. Okay, anyway, so if you have any questions to ask, please, the phone lines have been activated. You can call us now. PG is here to answer your questions. Tamira is here if you have any for her. That's if you're planning to do one and you're not sure. And Doc is here as well to give you all the medical help that you need. And we're discussing cosmetic surgery. He says twice is enough. And Tamira has just shown us her figure, but she still wants to go for another one. And PG was just looking at her in disbelief. Like, like, what do you guys really want? Do you want curves or you want...
This again is a question. It's a question that is pretty much an individual
I'll let you hold on. I think we have a call on the line. Pardon me. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who am I speaking to?
I'm speaking to Tony from Ashanti.
Okay, what's your question?
Yes, I don't have a question, but what I'm saying is that you asked Doc a question, but his reply is not straightforward like you wanted it to be.
Okay.
You asked him whether if it could give effect or if the person can die. They want to say that by saying the same things that it might give the person implication or something like that. But I want to be sure if the doctors are not able to do what exactly he's saying, will the person die or survive?
Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, thank you for your question. You know, the reason why I had to define what was going on is that people just don't die because you pierce the intestines. Sometimes you're doing just regular surgery or hysterectomy, taking the womb out, or sometimes you're even taking a baby out, doing a cesarean section, and then you cut the intestines. The person doesn't die.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So just an injury to an organ doesn't cause death.
Okay.
But if you don't diagnose it, and the person is walking around for maybe a couple of days and they get infected, even then they can be saved, but they have to get to one, the right place, facility. Two, they have to get the person to make the right diagnosis and give them the right type of antibiotics and right type of surgery.
Okay.
So they can save their life.
All right.
But there are people who have died in the past that I've read of.
And we will talk about that and what led to their death. But we have someone else on the line from Tema. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
Hello, okay, thank you too.
Do you have a question?
I just want to know. Yeah, I have a problem. I just want to know of pot belly.
Okay.
If a man has a pot belly, what will happen then?
Do you have a pot belly? Are you looking for a solution?
Please.
Okay, so doctor.
Yes, please.
He wants to lose his pot belly. What should he do?
First thing is he has to go and do exercise. He has to run around. It's beer belly. Most of it is beer belly, and the pot belly is as a result of fat around your intestines.
Okay.
That is the first area of problem. The second area may be fat under your skin, but depending if you can hold fat between your fingers when you touch the abdomen, there is fat there. But if it's looking very bulky, more than likely there is fat that is in your intestines that's causing that, and you can only get rid of that by working out, by losing weight.
Okay.
So most men, their pot belly is they're drinking too much beer and gaining weight, and there's fat.
But you can do liposuction to lose the fat?
You see, when you do liposuction on a pot belly, most of the time, they still end up with a pot belly, because even though you've taken the fat out, there is still fat that is actually pushing the skin.
Okay.
That's where the problem is.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you have your answer. Cindy is our next caller. Hello, Cindy, also from Tema. Thank you for joining us. Cindy, what's your question? Sorry, we lost it, but the phone numbers are on your screen. So please do call us if you have. I think Abigail is also on the line. Hello? Hello? Okay, that dropped as well. So let's come back to you now, because I was asking. Oh, okay, Abigail is there. Thank you, Abigail, for joining us. What's your question? Hello, Abigail? Hello? Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, okay. I want to ask if the doctor works on...
Whether he works on what? In Ghana?
Outside belly button. If you have... your belly button is big. Does he work on that?
Oh, do you? Okay, yes.
Yeah. That's called umbilical hernia. That's a hernia.
It is?
Yes. That's an umbilical hernia. So it can be taken off surgically. Yes.
Okay.
We work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Abigail, he says he can work on it. Are you looking at... Okay, I think we lost Abigail. Joyce is on the line. Hello?
Yeah, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Please, I want to know if he does nose surgery.
Nose? Do we have different kinds of...
No. I don't do nose. I send them all to my friend Kofi Wahine.
Okay. He does nose.
Yeah, he does the nose.
What exactly do you want to do to your nose?
Make it look like yours.
Joyce, are you there? Oh, I really wanted to know what you want to do to your nose. To make it pointed or...
Yeah. I have a friend. That's all.
That's it. Lamine from Kaswa. Hello. Do you also want to do your nose?
Making my manhood to be big.
Pardon?
My manhood. I want to make it. If I want to make it to the big, what's the risk?
Doc, do you work on that one too?
No, you have to come and see. We'll talk about it.
So you can enlarge the penis as well?
No, I mean it can. Can
it be done?
Yeah, it can be done.
How?
Well, they put fat around it, you know.
Oh my God. Okay, that discussion is not for today. So please, I'm sorry. Maybe you have to go online and find yourself someone who can help you, or drink Mojedro, you'll be fine. So that's what you've been doing. Never mind. Anyway, so what do the men want? Curves.
I think it's an individual preferences, because for some people, well, my wife is 80 kilos.
Okay.
So I'm not so much into like super slim people or super huge people.
Okay.
But then again, for me, I see a woman beyond her body. That's me. I see a woman beyond her body. I see a woman for who she is, how she thinks. I fall in love with the thoughts, how the synergy between the two of us. Everything else on the body can be worked out, including liposuction.
Yeah,
but I think that beyond how a woman looks. But I think that there's a lot of emphasis on it. Africans naturally we like the flesh.
Yeah.
Very. It's the average African man naturally.
It would be actually quite contradictory, because most of the guys that I liked don't like heavy women.
And Estina is our last caller for today. She's calling from Bolgatanga. Thank you for joining us, Estina. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your question?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say something about our sister today.
All right. She's listening.
I think she stood up. I liked her shape very much. And what I want to tell her is I think to me, she should maintain it. She shouldn't go for second surgery.
Okay.
I think, she's okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I know PG agrees as well, so he might as well help us convince her. Yeah. But doctor, before we go, we have just about 5 minutes to go. At that point where people die, what leads to the death of people who undergo liposuction?
Well, I think for the most part, it's a safe procedure. Nobody should die. Okay. But the emergencies do happen. Okay, emergencies can occur when, and a medical emergency is when you didn't expect anything to happen and it's happening.
Happened, yeah.
And sometimes it can be life-threatening.
Okay.
So the real issue is that, does your doctor know how to do a procedure called ACLS, Advanced Cardiac Life Support? It's like resuscitation. Okay? And do your nurses know how to do what they call a CPR? You know, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Basically in America and even in Ghana, there's some people, those procedures are used for people who fall down with a stroke or heart attack, you know, and then basically to check their airway, breathing, and to give them support by compressing on their chest, pretty much. So those are basic things that any medical person has to know to start the process. Because once you're giving the person oxygen and you're getting their heart to beat, they will survive. Okay.
They will survive?
Yes, they will survive.
Okay.
You know, so when there's an emergency, those things have to be done. You see, and you need a facility that has ambulance service that is able to call and move the patient to a bigger facility.
Okay.
Those are very critical. After we check the patient, make sure they're taking their medication or whatever, you screen them, because before this person undergoes surgery, they would need their blood test to know that there are no problems. They will need electrocardiogram to know that their heart rhythm is fine. Sometimes they will need a chest x-ray to find out, are they having any lung issues? Okay. You know, if they're on any medication, are they stable? Have they been taking their medicine, especially high blood pressure? Okay. If they're diabetics, they need to be, there's something they called hemoglobin A1C that measures how their blood sugar has been doing the last 3 months. That one you can't lie.
Yeah.
When you draw the blood and you get it, you know the number, you know that, look, this person has been cheating.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Those things you need to have as a baseline so that you, the doctor, you can sleep. Okay. And the patient is safe.
All right. Well, our time is up. We have to go. But, Doc, if people want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
They can call the phone number 026 757 4244.
Okay.
026 757 4244. Or they can go, we have an Instagram page, Center for Cosmetic Surgery Ghana.
Center for Cosmetic Surgery Ghana.
Okay. Yeah, or the website ccsghana.com.
Okay. Yeah. All right, go on there. Make sure you do your checks. And Tamira, I hope you don't do it. But if you do it, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope that you won't decide to go a third time, because we will not agree to that.
I'm definitely going to do a second time, but not a third time.
So you've made up your mind. Nothing
Absolutely.
I say today will...
100%.
You're a life coach. I mean, a relationship coach as well. So I'm sure that you speak to a lot of people. Our time is up. We have to go. But thank you so much for joining us. I've been speaking to Dr. Kwasi Debra, who's a cosmetic surgeon. PG Sebastian is a relationship coach and author. And Tamira here, who's an entrepreneur, and she is undergoing liposuction for the second time. The repeat is at 10 p.m. So make sure to watch on GH1 TV. My name is Berla Mundi. And special thanks going out to Everything Girly World for my lovely outfit today. See you on Monday.
Is about to be born.
Can you sing and write your own song? Can you perform a rendition of other songs? Rhythms Covers has got you covered. Become a sensation and a breakout star by being a part of this new music reality show. Rhythms Covers. Win cash, record deals, and endless airplay right here on GH1 TV. Just text GH1 to short code 1747. Be a part of this extraordinary experience and be on your way to stardom. Rhythms Covers. GH1 TV, your best experience.